Most men think trust is built by saying the right things, but women often begin trusting you long before your words become convincing. They notice the small things first: how you react when she hesitates, whether your energy changes when she says no, whether your attention feels calm or hungry. And here is the quiet truth: trust does not begin when she feels impressed by you. Trust begins when her nervous system stops feeling the need to protect itself from you. The mistake is believing that trust comes from proving you are different. So a man explains more, promises more, compliments more, hoping she will finally relax. But too much proving can create the opposite feeling. It makes your attention feel like pressure. A woman does not trust faster because you push reassurance into her. She trusts faster when your behavior stays steady, even when she gives you nothing to perform for. In social psychology and attachment dynamics, trust is rarely a conscious decision. It's an automatic evaluation. Women, especially, are highly attuned to micro behaviors, tiny shifts in tone, timing, eye contact, and emotional consistency. These signals tell her whether you are safe or unpredictable, grounded or reactive. Research on attachment patterns shows that people don't just respond to what you say, they respond to how regulated you seem under uncertainty. When your behavior stays consistent without forcing closeness, it communicates something deeper than confidence. It communicates emotional stability, and that is what the brain interprets as safe to trust. The first subtle behavior is how you handle her hesitation. When a woman is unsure, she may slow down, take longer to reply, look away for a moment, or not give you the emotional reaction you expected. A man who needs validation often reacts immediately. His voice changes. His energy drops. He starts explaining, asking what is wrong, or trying to pull her back into warmth. But a grounded man does something different. He gives her space without punishing her for needing it. That small behavior tells her, I am not here to trap your attention. I can stay steady even when you are not giving me certainty. The second behavior is calm eye contact without trying to dominate. Many men misunderstand eye contact. They either avoid it because they feel nervous, or they hold it too intensely because they think it shows confidence. But trust grows in the middle. A woman feels safer when your eye contact feels present, not invasive. You look at her like you are listening, not like you are trying to win. You do not scan her for approval. You do not stare to create tension. You simply stay there, relaxed enough to receive what she is saying. That kind of attention feels rare because it does not demand anything from her. The third behavior is emotional consistency. This is where many men lose trust without realizing it. They are warm when she is warm, but cold when she pulls back. They are patient when things go well, but reactive when they feel ignored. A woman notices this quickly. She may not say it, but part of her starts asking, is his kindness real, or is it only there when I give him what he wants? When your tone, respect, and basic warmth do not disappear just because she is not feeding your ego, you become easier to trust. You show that your character is not controlled by her reaction. The fourth behavior is not rushing intimacy. A woman may enjoy attention, but that does not mean she wants pressure. When you move too fast emotionally, even with good intentions, it can make her nervous system step back. Trust grows when she feels that closeness is allowed, not forced. You do not need to turn every soft moment into a confession. You do not need to label every connection too early. You let the moment breathe. And ironically, when she feels she can move closer without being grabbed emotionally, she often feels safer moving closer on her own. The fifth behavior is listening without immediately fixing. Many men think helping means giving solutions fast, but sometimes when a woman shares something, she is not testing your intelligence. She is testing whether her inner world is safe with you. If you interrupt too quickly with advice, she may feel managed instead of understood. A more trustworthy response is slower. You listen, you reflect the feeling, you ask one calm question. You let her feel that her emotions do not overwhelm you. This tells her, you do not have to shrink your feelings around me. The sixth behavior is respecting small boundaries without making them heavy. If she says she is busy, you do not punish her with silence. If she says no, you do not make her explain for 10 minutes. If she needs time, you do not turn it into a test of loyalty. You simply accept the boundary with steadiness. This is one of the strongest trust signals because it shows her that your respect is not conditional. A woman can relax around a man who does not make her pay emotionally for being honest. And the final behavior is having a life that does not collapse around her attention. This may sound simple, but it changes everything. When your mood, confidence, and direction depend completely on her response, she can feel the weight of that. It makes closeness feel like responsibility. But when you have your own rhythm, your own purpose, your own emotional center, your presence feels lighter. She does not feel forced to carry your self-worth. She can come closer because your world does not demand that she become the center of it. That is why trust often grows faster around men who are warm but not needy, interested but not desperate, present but not dependent. Most men focus on what to say, but the real shift happens when you change how you behave in the quiet moments. Because trust is not built in the big moves. It is built in the small, almost invisible patterns she feels without thinking. Trust is not something you ask for. It is something she feels when nothing in you is trying to rush, control, or prove. It builds in the pauses, in the steadiness, in the way you stay the same person, whether the moment is warm or uncertain. And that is why the men who create trust the fastest are rarely the loudest or the most impressive. They are the ones who feel safe to be around without needing to say it. A woman does not relax because you convince her. She relaxes because her mind stops scanning for risk. She stops wondering if your attention will turn into pressure, if your kindness will disappear, if your interest will become control. And when that tension disappears, something subtle changes. She starts leaning in without realizing it. She shares more without being asked. She stays longer without needing a reason. If you watch closely, you will notice that trust does not arrive with a big moment. It arrives quietly, in the way she softens her tone, in the way her body faces you a little more, in the way the distance between you feels less guarded. Those are not accidents. Those are responses to how you made her feel over time. So instead of asking how to make her trust you, ask a better question. Can your presence feel calm without needing anything from her? Can your attention stay steady without turning into pressure? Can you give space without pulling away emotionally? Because when you reach that point, you stop chasing trust. And that is when trust starts moving toward you.